Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. Before I start the actual introduction for my video, I just wanted to get straight to the point and let you know why I'm doing this so that you don't click off, so that you know what you're here for, and hopefully you'll see out the whole of the video. So I suffer from endometriosis and I've got it really, really bad. And I've spoken to my doctors and they've basically given me 6 months to try to either reduce the speed at which the endometriosis is growing, because it's growing really quickly and it's going quite bad down there apparently, or to get pregnant, because I have endometriosis on both of my ovaries, so we're not quite sure where I stand in terms of fertility at the moment. And also we want to just make sure that I do have a child and I'm able to start my family before going into any surgery if that's necessary. So I'll play the introduction video next, but I just wanted to let you know what this is basically me over the next 6 months going through the motions to try to beat endo. So that's why the page is called LoBeatsEndo, and I hope that it inspires anybody else that's trying to battle endometriosis at the moment. And I hope it provides you with a lot of information, because I'm at a place where I know absolutely nothing about this, even though I've had it for so many years. So I'll be doing a lot of research, speaking to experts, and hopefully in 6 months' time, we'll be hearing some great news from me. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm about to put on the introduction video now. Bye.
Tomorrow way too far away, and we can get back yesterday, but we young right now, we got right now, so get up right now, 'cause all we got is right now. Tomorrow way too far away.
Hi everyone, my name's Lauren and welcome to the first video on my channel, LoBeatsEndo. So obviously my name's Lauren, it's not Lo, and nobody calls me Lo, it's just my new initials. I recently got married in June, and now my initials are LO, so I thought LoBeatsEndo is nice. My husband actually came up with it when we were talking about names for the channel, so I thought, okay, yeah, that sounds good and it's gonna stick. So here we are, LoBeatsEndo. So this is my first video that I'm recording. You might be able to tell that it's my first video. I don't really do the whole video thing, but I thought for this it would be important. So I just want to let you know why I'm going to be filming these videos, a little bit more about my history, and then what I'm hoping to do for these videos if I put them online. I might not actually put them online, but we'll see how it goes. So to tell you a little bit more about me, I have endometriosis. I've suffered with it since I started my period, and it's hereditary. So it's obviously hereditary means it's in my family, so the other people in my family have it. My mum had it really bad, but since she's had children, and thank God she's been able to have children, she's had 4 of us, she has seen a bit less of the symptoms, but they're still there and they're still quite bad. So I just want to start with why I've decided to put this channel together. I've thought long and hard about whether I want to tell people about this or not. A lot of my family members don't know, a lot of my friends don't know, so it seems kind of strange that I'm not going to have told them this, but then I'm going to go and put it online for everybody else to know. But I had to think about it, and I thought, you know what, it might raise awareness for endometriosis, it might help other people, but most importantly, and it sounds really selfish, but it will help me along this journey to know that, okay, I'm filming things and have to put it online on YouTube every month or every week or whatever, however I decide to do it, if I do it. It would just help me to stay on track with what I'm doing. So let's get to the point. Why am I doing this? So I've suffered from endometriosis for a good number of years, since I first started having my periods, which was about 13 or 14, I think. I can't remember, but yeah, so since I started it was really bad, like so bad. How can I explain how bad? Well, on the same scale as labor pains. So imagine every month for like 5 or 6 days you are experiencing labor pains every month without fail, and there's no baby coming out, so there's no end to the pain. It just feels like it keeps going and it keeps coming back and it keeps coming back and it keeps coming back. That's what I was experiencing. So it would mean I couldn't walk straight. Literally, imagine you're about to pop a baby out, you're bent over, you're crying, you're in pain, it's hurting you, you can't do anything else. I can't exactly I don't know, write an email during that period of time. I'm sure actually there's some people that could do, but most people can't. So that's the level of pain I'm talking about every month. And it was crazy. So I went through all my school years like that. And it was sad because there's a lot of things that I'd miss out on, you know, birthdays, parties, all sorts of things I couldn't do because of the pain. It meant that I couldn't walk properly. And if I managed to make it to school, it meant I couldn't go to class. I spent a lot of time lying down in the nurse's bed at my secondary school. So it was a really painful period, and that carried on, that same story carried on throughout my years at university and into my work life. And it was just crazy. I remember being sent home from work when it took everything within me to even get to work, and I had let them know that I wasn't feeling well, but they still asked me to come in so that we could have a chat, and all they did was look at me and say, okay, it's true, you're not feeling well, go home. And I just felt like, you know, if this keeps happening, I'm probably going to lose my job, or people are going to start to think I'm just putting it on, because who has period pains that bad? And it just made me feel so upset and lonely and a bit helpless during those times, and really, really embarrassed, because who wants to see their colleagues when you look like that? Like, I was like an old woman who couldn't walk. I was like, oh, climbing through the door. So yeah, that wasn't a nice time. And it's been happening up until now. So if that was about 12 or 13, I'm 25 now, so it's been like that for years, on quite a bad scale. And I think this year, 2017, has been the turning point. So last year I was having trouble breathing a lot. I kept feeling out of breath. I kept feeling like pain in my chest. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. It's December. I forgot to address it, but yeah, that's why I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. Ding. So yeah, I had a lot of pain in my chest, and I went to the doctors and they said to me, oh, it's anxiety. But I could literally feel my chest cracking when I was breathing, and when I was leaning over, it was like bubbles were rushing up from my stomach to my chest and at my back at the same time. So I was grabbing the doctor's hand like, feel it, you can feel the bubbles, feel it, I'm not making this up, this isn't anxiety. And he was getting all uncomfortable, like, oh, sorry miss, I don't want to touch you. I'm telling you, it's just anxiety or strained chest muscle. So anyway, I went about my business like that, pain in my chest all the time, and I couldn't walk from like out my door about 3 minutes away without feeling pain and feeling out of breath. So that went on until in January. I went to the hospital. Again, I couldn't breathe. I thought, you know what, this is it. And I found out that I actually had pneumothorax. So that's basically a lung collapse. So I had that and had surgery a few days later. So basically what they said to me was they had seen endometriotic tissues or whatever it is, and all of that plus some other things have helped to have collapsed the lung. So I thought, wow, this must be really, really bad, this whole endometriosis thing. Most people know that there's no cure, there's no one thing that fixes it. So I thought I'll start doing research after I get over my surgery. Anyway, I got over my surgery just in time to get married and to be able to wear my dress. Had my wedding been any earlier, oh my goodness, it wouldn't have worked out, because the style of the, not that this has anything to do with endometriosis, but I'll let you know. The style of the dress was like a Cinderella, you know, ball gown type of thing that went across the boobs, and yeah, that style. It was just so tight here that any earlier I wouldn't have been able to wear it. So I was so happy with the timing, actually. But after the wedding, I was having a really, 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 really bad period. And for the first time, for no reason at all, it just started to hurt when I wasn't on my period. And I was getting a lot of pain about 15 days before my period, 20 days before my period. So I thought, okay, I need to go get this checked out. So I went to the doctors, and then they basically said to me that the endometriosis has got worse, and this is why we're here today doing this video. they have told me we are going to give you 6 months to see if, you know, if there's anything that can be done to ease the endometriosis, to stop it from growing at such a rapid speed, or to get pregnant. Because essentially in 6 months time, if the endometriosis is still growing and getting worse, they are going to be operating on my ovaries. So I have endometriosis covering my ovaries, and it's really quite bad, so there's a good chance that I could lose them. So that's why we're here today. After all that waffling, we finally got there. I mean, if I had started this in February, maybe I'd be in a better place, but everything happens for a reason, I guess. And we're here today and we're doing something about it. I'm not just moping and crying and feeling sorry for myself. And I want to give my fertility a fighting chance, obviously. I don't want them to operate. It's the last thing that they want to do as well. So in the next 6 months, potentially, I will either be pregnant, yay, or I will have reduced endometriosis dramatically, yay, or having surgery, which is not what I want to have. So what I've decided to do is put together a YouTube series and really work hard on trying to find out what has helped other women, reduce the levels of endometriosis, if that even makes sense, in the body, and also to go on the challenge to making my body a better place to hopefully be able to have a child between now and then, because there's a good chance that it will all go a bit pear-shaped if I have the surgery, because of how much is covering the ovaries, both ovaries. So they will operate on both. They will try to remove as much as possible, but what we do know is that, one, there's a high chance that it could go wrong with either of the ovaries or both the ovaries, and two, if it didn't go wrong, there's a really high chance that it will just grow back and I'll be back in the same position. And the third thing that they've let me know is there is a chance that it's already bad to the point where it will be difficult for me to have children. So I've got 6 months to try to understand all of this and try to do something about it. So I'm hoping that you'll come on this journey with me, and I know that so many women have endometriosis as well. If you're in a place now where you're sort of stuck, like, oh my gosh, I need to take power into my own hands, I need to start doing something for myself, then please come with me on this journey as we learn, we speak to people who have done it for themselves, and we find out what works. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just doing what I can do and seeing what works for me. Not everything that works for me or that has worked for somebody else would work for you or me. But the only thing that I think we can do is try, and I think that I'm quite optimistic about it. I'm quite positive, and I can't imagine being in a worse off place in 6 months' time than I have been all these years now. So I am looking at radically improving my lifestyle and my diet, and anything else that can be done to try to help resolve this issue. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I've still got to decide whether or not I'm going to post it. I don't know. I'm still going to record them, but I don't know if I will post them. I'll see how I feel, maybe in another 2 videos or so. Yeah, this is my introduction. That's a little bit more about me. Please feel free to send me a message to ask any questions that you have. I'll be happy to answer them. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye! Sorry, I forgot to say, if you like what you heard and you want to come on my journey with me, subscribe to my channel. Obviously, I've posted it up if you're seeing this, so please do like, share, subscribe, and everything else that you're supposed to do on a YouTube channel. And I'll see you soon. Thanks.